you're still cold emailing random YouTubers, you go onto YouTube, ChatGPT, find someone that you think might want your product or service, or to perhaps to be sponsored by you, reach out to them, hope for the best. Unfortunately, that method's outdated. If it once worked, it's not going to work anymore. And to be honest, most of the outreach methods that people are using are really designed to fail in this day and age. But if you've got the patience to learn a couple of new things, try something different, then there are some tools that are actually going to help you to be able to outreach efficiently at a bigger scale to the right people at the right time. So in this video, we're going to show you some of the examples of the ways that are breaking now in 2025. To start in this video, we'll show you some of the bad examples and why they're no longer working. That's going to give you the insight as to how to use the good methodologies to get more responses and start reaching creators in a way that's going to help you do what you want to do and get responses at scale. So first, let's have a look at ChatGPT and let's have a look at how some people are using it and why it's not working for them. So here in ChatGPT, I'm looking to find US creators that have got between 100K and 1 million subscribers in the entertainment biz. ChatGPT created this prompt for me. I asked it to generate something that would help me find them. And as you can see here, I've got two good examples of entertainment creators, Elliot and Blimey Cow. So check Blimey Cow. Yes, indeed, there is an entertainment one. But here's the problem. If I'm using ChatGPT to find targeted creators in the entertainment business, there's probably a reason that I want to outreach to them. But there's no control over which types of creators that ChatGPT brings back to me. And also in this example, I've only got two. So let's look further and see if we can generate more, because this again becomes part of the challenge. So as I scroll down, there's an outreach message and there's a template there, so that's helpful. Once I've found their emails, I can then go and outreach to them. That's good. I could replace my stuff in there. But the problem is then I asked it to find me 10 more creators, and actually it only found 3. Again, these were good creators, but they weren't targeted in any way. I don't know who they are at this point, and I have no way to really vet them apart from their YouTube channel. So if I'm looking for targeted creators that I want to reach to at scale for a specific purpose, like you will, like whether you're sponsoring them or pitching your services, there's going to be some sort of thing you want to make sure that they have in order to reach out. And in this example, we found 5. Very slow, and it's not great. So if you try and keep doing this at scale, you're not going to be able to ask ChatGPT to not show you the same ones, and you're not going to be able to make it so they can be highly targeted creators. But we have seen you can find a few. And if a few is okay for you, then no problem, go ahead, use ChatGPT. But if you want to find targeted creators, you want to outreach at scale, or outreach to enough that you've actually got a chance to sell or sponsor enough to make a success of your project, you need to think bigger and you need to do something differently. To solve some of those targeting issues, I'm going to use channelcrawler.com. That's going to help me filter and find the right creators that we're going to now start to try and reach out to. So as I land in the tool, I'll be presented with this screen. It gets updated a lot, but essentially I'm now going to go onto all filters because I want to find targeted creators. So we go into the categories section and you can see there's a whole one laid out here for entertainment and comedy. For entertainment and comedy, it's quite a wide ranging variant, right? We saw that when we got into ChatGPT, that we had some very different channels that it recommended us. So let's be more targeted in that. In this scenario, I actually don't really care about music performances, I don't really care about movies, and I don't really want to reach out to children either. The rest of this, that can all stay though. Animation and cartoons, maybe that's kids, maybe that's not. Bit arguable, but I want to keep it in because I like some animated shows that are definitely not PG. The next part is we actually wanted to know a lot more about the channel, so where it's based, the subscriber count, and a few other things as well. So let's fire through those quickly. In this channel overview section, I wanted to go for US, and if you remember, we were looking for those that had 100,000 up to 1 million subscribers. So I'm going to click those. I'm also going to make sure that these channels are active. And what I'm finally going to do is just make sure that people are actually engaging with these channels. So I want to go for an engagement rate of at least 2%. Now suddenly there's 7,701 channels, 4,102 emails. And I've got a lot of information here about the topic, the subscriber count, engagement, and I can even go even further into it in here, find out more about them and see if this is the channel that I want to reach out to. So here, instead of really struggling to find 15 channels, because if you remember before, we asked ChatGPT to show us another 10 and we only got 3. In this example, I actually found 7,700 entertainment creators, all who are in the US and all have the right subscriber count. Lots of people that I can then outreach to. As I head back into Channel Crawler, you can see up here there's the opportunity to download the data. Now, I might want to reach out to more creators and have a bigger budget than this. I might want to reach out to less. But let's say this fit my budget. I can have credits and I can buy credits, look up on the site what they are and how they work, but they do actually allow you to do this cheaper. And I'm going to go for only those with email addresses and just export those. What that's going to do is show me a file like this. And essentially you can see all of this information here that's going to be great for me to do my outreach with. And as you can see over here, I'm going to be given the email at the end. Now, if you select only email, you wouldn't get ones that don't have an email in there. And so by using channelcrawler.com, it's almost like you've got a research person, a strategist in your back pocket, because you go onto the tool, you set your filters, and then suddenly you're presented with a list of targeted creators that you can then outreach to. If you're interested in how to actually build an outreach system, we've got other videos on that you can click onto the channel. If you like this video, do like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you liked about it, but more importantly, what videos you would like to see. And all of your support really helps the channel grow and lets us know that we're doing the right thing, or might give us information on what we can do. So thanks very much for watching, and do check out some of our other videos that are going to help you build the outreach system.